EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The tackle made.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a handoff looking right. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Another carry for the running back.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Love. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. 33 yards that time. They'll try to run this one in. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Steelers 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game?
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
And a Packer first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Love now. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 7.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. A handoff as they run the counter play. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
First down, love to pass. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. On play action, love to throw. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming fourth down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Snell. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
On side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 on EA Sports. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Love this time is going to set up to throw it. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. It would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Love from the gun. Eluding the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fights him off. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit and try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Snell on the shotgun handoff. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Love. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll run with Snell. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Packers' 46-yard line.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
2nd and 11.
57 to mark.
A run for Snell. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Love now on 2nd down. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Love. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And 5 at the Steelers' 42-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And incomplete. It's 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Love. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And he slings one that's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there.
And 6 at the Packers' 31-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now here's Snell. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Benny Snell with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Next the score, Steelers 14, Packers 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school where I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Love escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Again, the ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Seven yards there and a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And a Packer first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And a give this time to the tailback. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. 2nd and 9 now. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Love. Eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
He'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And his kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Love. Flush to his right. And his pass incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
The tackle made by Devin Bush. A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
Packers.
38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38.
the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
The kicker on.
A big play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this carries into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Flushed out right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Julio Jones once again the intended target, and now it's third down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And the Steelers on third down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Chase Claypool.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Love now to pass on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Love fires that quickly outside. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Second and 12.
Love now. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Third down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Gain of 11 on the play. And a Packer first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A 3-yard.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Love looking to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
3rd down.
Love looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Love to throw for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On 1st down, Snell. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
21-yard line.
Here's Snell yet again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Snell on third down, and that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And his kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.